Hey everybody, this is Type V3, and today I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Warpath. Now, he was the last figure to be released right before the Transformers Darker Than the Moon toy line, so that does make this guy a bit hard to find at retail. And the big question we have to ask ourselves is he worth paying those inflated eBay prices? Because there are clearly other figures out right now that equally deserve your attention.
To kick things off, Warpath is an Ange tank. It's an alright look, and it does the job well, and he has a very good painted color. He's also very well detailed. However, the actual paint apps themselves do seem a bit lacking, as those text and Autobot symbols seem to have just been pasted on his side. The Zowie and Kapow logos pay respects to his G1 character, and it is a nice little touch.
Seeing how this is a tank, Warpath can roll, but not by these metallic treads. Instead, he has these little tiny red wheels, which I thought were kind of funny for such a big tank. The missile pods themselves can be adjusted upwards in case you didn't like their default position, and this missile rack here can fire, and it fires quite well. The turret itself is fully 360 rotatable, and the cannon can just go up and down. Not very much, but enough so to add some extra play. You'll also notice that he comes with 4 clip system points, so if you were thinking that Warpath didn't have enough weapons, you always can load up more.
Case in point, after adding a couple clip system weapons, you can take one boring looking tank and make it look like something pretty magical. One thing I will say is though, I wish they used all the metallic paint on his treads and applied them to the middle sections of him where I feel like it would have been a lot more useful. And when compared up against other tanks from the Transformers Generations line, you can tell that Warpath has been the least inspirational, and he's also got the smallest cannon, which kinda sucks for this Autobot. But hopefully there are some redeeming qualities in his robot mode. Warpath's transformation is very simple yet efficient. It manages to strike the perfect balance of complexity and fun all at the same time. I especially like his arm transformation as how it just folds up in together, and I love the head reveal as well. In the end, you get a pretty red and cool looking robot. Warpath's robot mode is surprisingly impressive. You wouldn't suspect that something this cool looking could come from such a boring looking tank. Also, a non-backpack transformer is always a plus in my book. His head is also very, very beautiful and exceptionally mean looking as well, especially with all those missiles on his shoulders.
As a modern Transformer, Warpath contains all the universal joints you would expect. However, there are some interesting omissions. First of which, the lack of a waist swivel. Nothing here to move, so he's always going to be facing head forward. And his head is not on a ball joint, it's on a swivel, so he can't look up or down. Also, there's this strange flap here because of transformation, and I wish it was sort of finished. I wish it went all the way back or tucked in somewhere, because as it stands right now, it looks funny just sticking it like that. Like, he just opened up the top hatch and there comes his head. But I guess that's the price you pay for a robot without a backpack, and that's something I can live with. Also, these feet, while very, very accurate to his G1 self, I don't like them. They just offer no playability in terms of poses and articulation. I mean, sure, you can move them out like that, but that's all you get, and that's mostly down to transformation. Also, the wrists, there are no swivel, but I mean, considering he doesn't actually come with a handheld weapon, that's really no surprise here.
Of course, if you feel like he's not quite powerful enough, you can always add your own weapons. In the end, Warpath is a very good looking figure. He's got a sleek and slender body and yet manages to pull off the mean and aggressive tone. He's very poseable and definitely is one of the few Autobots that you might mistaken for a Decepticon, especially considering he's not a regular car. He transforms into a tank. A boring tank, but a tank nonetheless.
So is it worth paying all those inflated eBay prices to pick up this generation's Warpath? Well, for some, this is the best of the classics mold, and for others, it's just a little bit on the fence. For me, I think that yeah, if you see him in stores for $12, $15, maybe even $20, you can pick him up, but don't spend too much money on him. In fact, he's getting a re-release at the end of this year, so if I were you, I'd wait till then. However, if you are the type of person who just wants a variety of different Transformers, and you're looking for a tank with a very sleek and slender robot mode,
Then definitely get War for Cybertron Megatron.
because he does the same things, only even better, and he has a nicer gun. But there you go.
Anyways, this has been Type B3. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.